साथियों, विकसित भारत, विकसित जम्मू कश्मीर को, इस सब मकसद को लेकर जो उत्साह है वाकई अभूतपूर्व है। यह उत्साह हमने विकसित भारत संकल्प यात्रा के दौरान भी देखा है। जब मोदी की गारंटी वाली गाड़ी गांव-गांव तक पहुंच रही थी तो आप लोगों ने उसका शानदार स्वागत किया। जब जम्मू कश्मीर में से सिर्फ निराशा की खबरें आती थी, बम, बंदूक, अपहरण, अलगाव, ऐसी ही बातें जम्मू कश्मीर का दुर्भाग्य बना दी गई थी। लेकिन अब आज जम्मू कश्मीर विकसित होने के संकल्प के साथ आगे बढ़ रहा है। साथियों, जम्मू कश्मीर बहुत दशकों तक परिवारवाद की राजनीति का शिकार रहा है। परिवारवाद की राजनीति करने वालों ने हमेशा सिर्फ अपना स्वार्थ देखा है, आपके हितों की चिंता नहीं की है। और परिवारवाद की राजनीति का सबसे ज्यादा अगर कोई नुकसान उठाता है तो हमारे युवा उठाते हैं।
आतंक की घटनाओं में भी 75% से ज्यादा कमी आई। जो भी तंजीमें थीं, उनके टॉप कमांडर उचित जगह पहुंचा दिए गए। रिक्रूटमेंट भी लगभग समाप्त हो गया है। हड़ताल का कैलेंडर जो हमारा पड़ोसी जारी करता था, अब वो कैलेंडर जारी नहीं होता। अब जम्मू कश्मीर प्रशासन शिक्षा का, रोजगार का कैलेंडर जारी करता है। स्टोन पेल्टिंग अब इतिहास की घटना हो गई। बाजार और स्कूल और यूनिवर्सिटी पूरे वर्ष खुले रहते हैं। कश्मीर घाटी में आम आदमी नाइट लाइफ का आनंद उठा रहा है। जिन जिलों में पहले शाम होते ही भय पसरा रहता था, वहां देर रात तक सिनेमा हॉल और रेस्टोरेंट चल रहे हैं।
There's no more violence, and the only path that Naya Jammu and Kashmir has to take is that of Vikas. Both Prime Minister Narendra Modi and the Jammu and Kashmir LG, Honorable Manoj Sinha, highlighted the story of development and progress in the Union Territory. The region is now on a trajectory of rapid development with AIIMS, IITs, IIMs, IIMCs, mega road projects and enhanced railway connectivity. The government's focus is also now on elevating the Jammu and Kashmir status to the standards of other developed states. And from the bustling Lal Chowk to the serene Jhelum riverfront, there's massive transformation, not just in Srinagar. Nightlife is no longer confined to homes. Tourism sector is booming, and this is all across Jammu and Kashmir. More jobs, massive thrust on investment, several projects that have been inaugurated, and this shows the region's shift from what was a terror hotspot to a Naya Jammu Kashmir. Let's break this down a little further for you. So what has changed post the abrogation of Article 370. While 2,664 stone pelting incidents were reported back in 2010, zero stone pelting incidents in 2023. At least 132 organized strikes were called in 2010 and zero organized strikes in 2023. 70% decline in terror-related incidents overall, 81% reduction in civilian deaths, 48% decline in death of security forces. The government, meanwhile, has also initiated round-the-clock crackdown on terror. Top terror commanders have been eliminated in the recent past. Take, for example, Munissar Hussain, who was gunned down on the 7th of August 2023. He was a Hizbul commander tasked with reviving militancy in the valley. As per the army, he was a mastermind of a number of attacks on security forces and took part in high-level meetings of the Hizbul in Islamabad with an agenda of being reviving Hizbul in the Poonch Rajouri belt. Mohammad Ismail, he's Alawi alias Lambu, was gunned down on 31st July 2021. He was a Jaish chief, Masood Azhar's nephew, and involved in the Pulwama attack. Jammu and Kashmir police revealed that Lambu was an IED expert. Mehrazuddin Halwai, alias Ubaid, was killed by forces on the 7th of July 2021. He was a contemporary of Burhan Wani. J&K police have revealed that while Burhan was engaged in a series of civilian and security forces killings in South Kashmir, Mehrazuddin Halwai was involved in the killing of civilian security forces in North Kashmir. Adil Gulzar was gunned down on the 13th of January 2020. He was accused of plotting assassination of Kashmiris. an SSP, a doctor with a paramilitary force, a journalist, a professor, and also a BJP spokesperson. Zinatul Islam was killed on the 13th of January 2019, a top commander of the terror group Al-Badr. He was also an IED expert and involved in militancy since 2008. Terror, a story of the past. Jammu and Kashmir witnessing growth at a massive pace. Sample this, Vikas Path. On the Vikas Path, 53 projects being implemented at the cost of 58,477 crore rupees by 15 ministries and departments under the Prime Minister's Development Package 2015. 32 of the 53 projects have been completed, substantially completed. Energy deficit has been reduced from 17.8% during the year 2018-2019 to 1.5% up to November 2023. Receipt of investment proposal so far 88,915 crore rupees with employment generation potential of more than 3.98 lakh. A new central sector scheme for industrial development of Jammu and Kashmir on the 19th of February 2021 with an outlay of 28,400 crore to boost industrial development. Around 7,000 megawatt hydropower capacity in addition in phased manner in hydropower generation expected in the next 8 to 10 years. Handloom and handicraft exports doubling from 563 crore in 2021 to 22 to 1,116.37 crore in 2022-23. In the tourism sector, exceptional performance, witnessing unprecedented growth as over 1.85 crore tourist arrivals till October 2023 have been witnessed. As far as jobs, implementation of self-employment schemes across various sectors, a total of 7.4 lakh self-employment livelihood opportunities generated, strengthening since the year 2021-22 till December 6th, 2020-23. Again, Mission Youth, more than 5 lakh youth are now associated with Mission Youth to encourage and empower them. Number of job fairs conducted in the last 2 years are 151, total 1,631 companies participating in these job fairs, total of 31,830 vacancies including Jammu and Kashmir Bank in the government sector have been filled between August 2019 to 6 December 2023. Infrastructure under the Pradhan Mantri Gram Sadak Yojana, 6,912 kilometers of road length constructed during the last 3 years. The air traffic to and from Jammu and Kashmir doubling post 2019. Night landing facilities have been provided in Jammu and Srinagar. Udhampur Srinagar Baramulla rail link project set to connect Kashmir with the rest of the country by train in the coming months. PM Modi flagging off Jammu and Kashmir's first electric train on the Udhampur Srinagar Baramulla rail link. The longest transportation tunnel of Bharat, T50, is 12.77 kilometer. That is lies in this portion between Khari and Sumbar. The world's highest railway bridge over the Chenab River in the Riyasi district at 13.15 meters long, having an arch span of 467 meters and a height of 359 meters above the riverbed. Increased Labhartis under the PMAY scheme, 3.37 lakh. Sanctioned 1.73 lakh houses completed. Under Jal Jeevan Mission, about 13.54 lakh rural households covering villages provided with tap water and connections. And as far as the PMJAY Sehat scheme, 82.22 lakh beneficiaries have registered under this scheme. A total of 8.87 lakh beneficiaries availing benefit under the scheme and claims paid amounting to 1,325 crore rupees. The Jammu and Kashmir LG saying that the Hartar calendar has been replaced by university and school calendars. J&K, the only region in Bharat having AIIMS, IIT and IIMs. 28 BSc nursing and 19 BSc paramedic colleges have been added. 800 more MBBS seats have added, totaling to 1,300, 664 PG medical seats available, 297 PG seats added post 2019, 1,870 BSc nursing seats and 125 MSc nursing seats have been added. 50 new degree colleges have also been established. That's a lot, ladies and gentlemen. Lots been done. RP Singh, national spokesperson of the BJP with us. Sonam Mahajan, political analyst with us. Sardar Baldev Singh Raina, chairman United Kashmir Sikh Progressive Forum with us. And Salman Nizami, chief spokesperson of the DPAP with us. Namaste, Jai Bharat. Thank you very, very much to everybody. Lots of work has been done as per the numbers and across all sectors is said. Bahut vikas to hai, Salman Nizami, but is there Vishwas? What's the man ki baat of the people of Jammu and Kashmir?
Well, Anand, no doubt the security landscape in Kashmir has witnessed a shift as decline in stone pelting incidents in Kashmir, particularly in Srinagar. But the positive development is overshadowed by the terror attacks and selective killings we witnessed in these last 3-4 years, especially. On the other hand, in Jammu, the aims in Jammu, the IIT in our region is also a positive development. We must appreciate the government for this, but it's important to acknowledge the role of our party chairman Ghulam Nabi Azad, who championed these initiatives and put forth a request to the Prime Minister's attention. Frankly speaking, we were expecting some big packages for the people of Jammu and Kashmir, especially for the Kashmiri Pandits, because after revocation of Article 370, BJP claimed that Kashmiri Pandits will return back to Kashmir. It is our desire also. But we didn't see any change on ground because we witnessed selective killings. Kashmiri Pandits were killed in these last 2-3 years. And let me tell you, the ground reality, people have desire to have democratically elected government that represents their interest and address their needs. Government must follow the directive of the Supreme Court and ensure timely conduct of the elections in J&K. Why I want local government in Jammu and Kashmir, why I want elections in J&K, because with the LG and officers from outside Jammu and Kashmir, there is sense of disconnect and alienation among the people. So conducting elections is the main demand of the people of J&K, so that they should feel that, of course, we are part of India, but we should feel that we also have the right to elect and choose our representatives.
Baldev Raina ji, do you agree, disagree with Salman Nizami? Has enough been done? Are people now turning around and believing in this guarantee of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, or are there still some doubts? Is the amount of investment, industry, work that can be done in Jammu and Kashmir, is it happening, or is it largely still feeding off tourism?
थैंक यू. बिल्कुल सही बोला है. और डेवलपमेंट की अगर बात करें तो अगर हम देखें जो जम्मू कश्मीर में डेवलपमेंट हो रही है और अपने आप में एक मिसाल है. वर्ल्ड का सबसे बड़ा ब्रिज जो है वो चिनाब वैली के ऊपर बन रहा है. ट्रेन जो एक सपना था वो कुछ महीने में एक जो सबसे एक ग्रोथ का एक मैं कहता हूँ एक वैली का एक सिस्टम ही बदल जाएगा. उसके बाद वो शुरू हो रही है. और जो रोड्स की कनेक्टिविटी और जिस तरह 32,000 करोड़ का जो अभी आप देख रहे हो जो टनलें बन रही है, खासकर करगिल जो एक डिस्कनेक्टिविटी हो जाती थी श्रीनगर करगिल लद्दाख एरिया का, और जितने रोड्स की डेवलपमेंट हो रही है. और रोड्स एक ऐसी चीज़ है जहाँ रोड होते हैं वहाँ ऑटोमेटिकली डेवलपमेंट होती है. और काफ़ी एग्रेशन में अभी काम हो रहा है. और इतना ही काफ़ी नहीं है, जिस तरह एम्स और मेडिकल कॉलेज भी बने, और भी काफ़ी चीज़ें हैं. क्योंकि पिछले 30 साल में जब एक ग्रोथ हुई पूरे वर्ल्ड में, पूरी दुनिया में, तो कश्मीर जो था एक कोमा में था. 30 साल की कोई डेवलपमेंट हुई नहीं. तो अभी काफ़ी कुछ करने को है. और जिस तरह प्राइम मिनिस्टर मोदी साहब का और इनका एक मिशन है कि जम्मू कश्मीर को पूरा डेवलप करना है. और भी जिस तरह एजुकेशन सेक्टर, हेल्थ सेक्टर, ये तो नेसेसिटी है. और बाकी जिस तरह टूरिज्म जो है, टूरिज्म के लिए हमने रिक्वेस्ट भी किया था कि वो यहाँ पे 3-4 एयरपोर्ट, जैसा सुरमर्ग एक ऐसी जगह है जहाँ वर्ल्ड की सबसे अच्छा टूरिस्ट एक बहुत अच्छी जगह बन सकती है. वहाँ पे यात्रा के लोग भी जो हैं
पर मैं आपसे ये पूछ रहा हूँ कि क्या आवाम का भरोसा जीत पाए हैं मोदी जी?
सर बिल्कुल जीत पाए हैं. जो अगर आज बात करोगे आप, जो वो दिखता है कि भाई एक जो काम कभी नहीं हुए वो काम अभी हो रहे हैं. हाँ, कुछ चीज़ें हैं जो हर वक्त मोदी साहब इतने बिजी होते हैं, जो बाकी जैसे हमारे एलजी मनोज सिन्हा साहब भी काफ़ी एक्टिव रहते हैं. और जिस तरह अभी उन्होंने बात की कि कुछ चीज़ें जिन पे काम करना, अगर मैं बात करूँ जम्मू कश्मीर के सरदारों पे, जिस तरह अगर हमने काफ़ी बार आवाज़ भी उठाई है, क्योंकि एक ही कौम है जिसको निगलेक्ट किया गया, जो एक सरदार कौम है जम्मू कश्मीर की, जिसको कुछ भी नहीं दिया गया. और जितनी फाइट कश्मीर के सरदारों ने यहाँ पे रह के की है 47 से लेके अभी तक, तो उनको ना कोई रिजर्वेशन दी गई और ना ही उनके लिए कोई सीट्स जिस तरह रिजर्व की गई. मैं सोचता हूँ कि जम्मू कश्मीर के सरदारों के साथ बहुत ही गलत किया हुआ है. और हम आज सोचते थे कोई ना कोई अनाउंसमेंट सरदारों के लिए होगी, वो भी नहीं हुई. मैं क्योंकि आपके चैनल के ही जरिए से हमने काफ़ी बार ये बातें भी उठाई हैं, और हम HM को, PM साहब को पर्सनली मिले भी हैं. तो उस चीज़ की एक निराशा है जो कश्मीर के सरदार लोग हैं. उनकी बात ही मतलब बिल्कुल ही उनको इग्नोर किया गया। मैं चाहूंगा कि जो हमारी काफी सारे मेमोरेंडम और डिस्कशन जो हुआ है
जी।
कि कश्मीर सरदार को इग्नोर ना किया जाए।
जी, एक डिमांड थी कि गुरमुखी को भी एक ऑफिशियल लैंग्वेज की तरह रिकॉग्नाइज किया जाए या एक लैंग्वेज ऑफ द स्टेट यूनियन टेरिटरी ऑफ जम्मू एंड कश्मीर की तरह रिकॉग्नाइज किया गया। उस पर भी मुझे पता नहीं कुछ एक्शन हुआ है कि नहीं या उसको मान लिया गया है कि नहीं। बट Sonam Mahajan, before I bring in Sardar RP Singh. Yes, Sonam Mahajan. And it should be all Punjabis, not just Sikhs. So, or not just Sardars. So that's another part. There is a viewer, one of the viewers is saying कि सभी पंजाबियों के लिए कुछ किए, सिर्फ सरदारों के लिए लाग रहे हैं. The Dogras have their own demands and their own aspects of recognition because they've also stayed back and hung back and they've borne the brunt. But एक बात है सोनम महाजन, people say नोएडा में जमीन मिल जाएगी, जम्मू में नहीं खरीद सकते. So that's the kind of appreciation that Jammu is seeing. Please go ahead. What's your thought?
Anand, at the very outset, as a gender and religious minority from J&K, I want to say that the Prime Minister has done the unimaginable. He's been able to do what I don't think anybody else would have been able to do. We couldn't imagine that this misogynistic communal Article 370 would ever be revoked. The kind of statements, inflammatory statements, the Kashmiri hegemons used to make, we used to think there will be bloodbath everywhere. Now coming to the development part, I do agree with the Prime Minister. A lot has been done in J&K. Over 50 colleges alone have come up in the past few years. There are a number of development projects which are already, which are already in place. But I also feel where we have been able to break the backbone of organized terrorism in Jammu and Kashmir. There's been a rise in terrorism in Rajouri and Poonch districts, which has come up in the past few years. And this is very concerning to us, especially those of us who come from this belt. We've given a lot of sacrifices. Our childhoods were scarred by Pakistan's sent terrorists. And I think more attention needs to be paid to these areas because these areas are very, very vulnerable. And this is where most of the infiltration comes from. Infiltration doesn't really happen in Kashmir. These terrorists enter from these territories and more attention needs to be paid to these areas. I also want to highlight the plight of the Kashmiri Pandits. I think more needs to be done to accommodate them. Some of them are still living in subhuman conditions. But having said all of that, I think the Prime Minister has done a great job. And I was particularly overwhelmed by the fact that the Prime Minister today was addressing the people of Jammu in our native language, which is Dogri. I don't think any other national leader has done that so far. The Prime Minister knows how to connect with the local people, and I think that's what makes him so special, apart from all the good work that he has done. But I think we still have a long way to go.
Right. Sardar RP Singh, how would you respond? Is this enough to will economic prosperity bring in a shift in mindset and also a certain level of trust?
Anand, you have given a detailed report on all what has been done on the progress path. I mean, I really amazed that no one, I mean, even I, being from person who was dealt with Jammu Kashmir in 90s, since 90s, I've been in and out of Jammu Kashmir during the peak of militancy to recently when tricolor was there in each and every house, unfurled in each and every house. So I've seen those changes, but we had never kept put together all what you put together. But the biggest thing which happened there, which we probably missed on, that was the local elections, local body elections, and that was the problem for the local parties also. It was the parties which said that we will not contest any election till the time 370 is brought back. We are going to boycott each and every elections, but they rather contested the DDC election. And then for your information, you would have that, but BJP was the largest party in that election. And then we, if I rightly remember, won 75 seats, and National Conference won some 67, PDP 27, and Congress 26, although they were contesting all put together as a Gupta alliance. But even then, we were the largest bloc, and although there were some 15 independent also. My concern is that taking democracy to the root level, this has also happened after a long time. After some 20 odd years, this has happened, that the democracy has gone to the roots. And now people are, the mainstream leaders are scared of this, that these leaders who have come up during this block level elections and during this panchayat elections, they will be a threat to the mainstream leaders, to the dynastic leaders, because they are not going to abide by the dynasties here now. And this is a new change which is happening. That's why there's a shift, all that shift in the mindset, the youth joining the mainstream. And these are the people who are taking the road, the schools, the colleges, the benefit of the Prime Minister's scheme to the ground level. All those schemes of the tap water or the Ujjwala scheme or the health scheme, the Ayushman Bharat scheme is going to the ground because of this change which has happened on the ground. The democracy which has happened on the ground. That's the biggest achievement of the government. And yes, there is a commitment now in the court that by next year, September, the election has to be held, and they will be held. I mean, there's no way, there's no way out of it. And we'll see a good government there who will function catering to the needs of the people and also ensuring that we are looking for a double engine government there also now, that people will vote keeping in mind that they should look for a double engine government, a double engine sarkar.
Salman Nizami, convincing?
Well, as I said, we need to earn people's trust. Militancy is still a problem in Kashmir. We witness many terror attacks in Kashmir in these last 3-4 years. There was, I think, a much created hype by the BJP regarding Article 370, as Kashmir was always part of India. And what was there in Article 370? It was like to protect the jobs and land. There was nothing in Article 370, only job and land protection. So our main goal should be to win the hearts of the people and deal with militancy, which makes Kashmiri Pandits also, they're scared to come back to Kashmir.
If it was no big deal,
Can I
then
make a small point here?
why was it scrapped, and why were the statements that were made about what will happen if it is scrapped were made, and why was this used as a shield or a tool or misused all these years is a big question.
There were only two things in Article 370.
Sir, one large question and the elephant in the room is, sir, the 1990s. So the time of the 80s and the 90s and that kind of a mindset displayed was the fact that this area needs to be demographically cleansed and this place is going to be only for a particular religious denomination. Was that an imposed mindset, or does that still percolate amongst the populace? That's the larger question, or the elephant in the room. And will that change with just economic progress, or is there more that needs to be done to change that kind of a mindset is the bigger question.
BJP claimed that militancy will end. Militancy is still there, sir.
Well, let me answer that.
Well, I have to wind up. I have to wind up on
How
that
much
note.
stone pelting is happening now?
No.
How much stone pelting is happening now?
I have to wind up on that note.
compared-
Have to wind up on that note. The number of homegrown terrorists or the recruitments that had happened had dropped to 9 in October 2023, if I remember correctly, from 90 the previous year, ladies and gentlemen. So there's something that's happening. I have to wind up with just congratulations that are in order. Congratulations that are in order to Anushka and Virat, who've just posted, saying Anushka has posted, with abundant happiness and our hearts full of love, we are pleased to inform everyone that on 15th February, we welcomed our baby boy Akai. Akai means Nirakar or formless. And Vamika's little brother in this world, to this world. Vamika is another name for Goddess Durga. So we seek your blessings and good wishes in this beautiful time in our lives. We request you to kindly respect our privacy at this time. Love and gratitude, Virat and Anushka. Congratulations to everybody.